in this regard. I have a point of
Mr.
order
Chair.
from Mr. Lawrence before I go to those with their hands up. Mr. Lawrence.
Just a quick clarification there, point of order. Mr. Albus, the Zoom does recognize left to right, and Mr. Albus is first there, just for the point of order.
What's that?
Yeah, I was going to put my hand up. Yeah.
So I had, I'll go to you. Well, I had Mr. Kellaway first with his hand up.
He did
and
put,
then
he did
you
put his hand
spoke.
down.
Zoom recognizes left to right there. So Mr. Albus was first, and so by rule, you have to recognize him first.
Okay. It was the other way first. I
He
don't.
put his hand down.
So how did that switch over? I don't know.
I didn't put my hand down.
Yes,
I didn't
you
touch
did.
a thing. Well, to be frank, I didn't touch a bloody thing on my computer.
I'm in first here, so I would ask the floor, please.
Just to note, though, in all honesty, I didn't touch anything on this computer.
Mr. Chair?
Would
if
it
I
go
may?
to somebody who's speaking?
Okay, motion for the consideration of the committee today that pursuant to Standing Order
Hold on a
108.
second, Mr. Albus. I'm just conferring with the clerk. And I'm just trying to figure out why Mike Callaway was in the top left, you were in the top right, both with your hands up, and then it switched over. That's all
Well,
I'm
now
asking.
someone switched off mine here, so I would just like to be able to continue, sir, because we did request, Conservatives and the Bloc did request today's meeting, so I think it's incumbent upon the chair to allow us to go first.
I mean, I can. I'm just, I also
Okay.
want to do right by Mr.
Great,
Kellaway.
thank
Mr.
you.
Kellaway,
That
before
pursuant to
you had your hand up first. Do you want to cede the floor to Mr. Albus?
Well, I had it up first, so I was planning to
but
go
I had the
first.
floor here, so it's Mr. Chair.
Okay.
I
so I'm
think
gonna
you
ta-
have to rule on
Mr.
this.
Albus, I'm not trying to play games. He was first on the left. You were on the right. Both had your hands up. From my interpretation,
He had his hand up, Mr. Chair. He had his hand up before it began. Mine was clearly up when you began the meeting, so he actually pulled his hand down. I've been patient here. It was Conservatives that asked for this hearing, along with the Bloc. I think it's incumbent upon the committee to start with those that requested the meeting, and then give us and allow the committee to decide its business. So if you'd like, I'd like to start that
I'm
pursuant
going
to
to,
Standing Order
Mr.
108.
Kellaway, you have your
the
hand up.
committee-
Go ahead.
No, and with respect to Mr. Albus and everyone there, I didn't put my hand down. I don't know if there's a timeout function on this particular piece of software or there's a glitch in the system, but I did not put my hand down. I didn't touch the computer, so it wasn't performed by me. So I can only say that I didn't touch a bloody thing. My hand was
Point
up
of order.
first, and
Give
then
me
you
one
can make
second.
your
I'm just gonna
decisions
confer-
accordingly.
Yeah.
Point of order.
So the clerk, I asked the clerk to give me a list of who had their hands up. He had looked at me and said, Mr. Kellaway has his hand up. I said, I know. And then he said, Mr. Albus has his hand up. I said, I know. And he started a list, which is why when it switched over, I said, well, how did this switch over? He goes, I don't know, but he has
Mr. Chair, like
the list.
I did start
Point of
my
order.
So I took this out of my own, right? And so I'm going to recognize
Point of
Mr.
order.
Kellaway because
Point of
the
order.
clerk is
Point
the
of
one
order.
who took, I'll turn it over to you for a point of order, but I'm going to recognize Mr. Kellaway because it was the clerk who took the list of those that were
Decided
speaking.
that, I would appreciate you hearing interventions from Dr. Lewis and myself.
So I'm going to allow Mr. Kellaway to speak, and then I'm going to turn it over to you.
I would challenge the chair. Challenge
Yeah,
that
we
decision.
challenge the
You can
chair.
do that. But I want you to know, colleagues, with everything going on, I basically asked the clerk to be the one to take note of who was the first to have their hands up.
Mr. Chair, there's
In
no
case I was
debate.
reading my notes.
There's no debate on this motion.
The clerk, I just want you to know, the clerk did that, and therefore, I'm just putting it out there for everyone. So challenge the chair. This is something that cannot be debated. So
Recorded vote.
we'll go to a vote, and we'll go to a recorded vote.
Mr. Greaves? Mr. Greaves?
Yes, I vote yay with the chair. Thank you.
Mr. Calloway?
Yes.
Mr. Watron?
I vote yes.
Ms. Nguyen?
I vote yes.
Mr. Albus?
Nay.
Mr. Lawrence?
Nay.
Ms. Lewis?
No.
Mr. Muse?
Nay.
Monsieur Barcelou Duval?
No.
Nays 5, yeas 4.
Okay, so based on what they're saying. Okay, Mr. Albus, I've switched the order. It's now you first, then Mr. Kellaway, and then Mr. Lawrence, if Mr. Lawrence still wants to speak.
Thank you, Chair, and
Okay.
thank you, committee members. That pursuant to Standing Order 108, the committee urgently undertake a study of the Canada Infrastructure Bank decision to provide $1 billion in low-interest financing to BC Ferries for the purchase of new vessels from a Chinese state-owned shipyard. The committee hold one meeting to receive testimony from the following witnesses for an hour each, separately, and that this meeting be convened as efficiently as possible within 30 days following the adoption of this motion. 1, the Minister of Housing and Infrastructure. 2, the Minister of Transport and Internal Trade. 3, the CEO of the Canada Infrastructure Bank. 4, the CEO of BC Ferries. And immediately following the conclusion of witness testimony at the meeting, the chair be instructed to recognize a member from an opposition party for the purposes of considering a motion containing recommendations related to the study, and not more than 1 hour be provided for debate on the motion, and that every question necessary to dispose of the motion be put before the meeting can be adjourned.